Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Low Budget TV's presentation of Bakersfield Speedway 2013 Budweiser Nationals. The date is October 11th. Green flag in the air. We're American stock racing, heat races. There's a lot going on this week, and the dates are just starting to all merge together, you know?
Exactly. They're yielding.
Yeah, leading this heat race away in the American stocks, the number 4 of Ryan Taylor. In second, the number 56, driven by Marcus Wonkum. The 70 we've seen throughout this year, James Coots. And the 33 who has our favorite front bumper in the pit area, Jeremy Watts. Watts, hold on to it. Almost contact with Rich Talima in the 2.
I believe we heard that the proper way to pronounce that is Telema.
Well, too bad. The 17, that's Tracy Childress. Also in this field, the 27 of Tara Childress. Battle up front between the number 4 of Taylor and Wonkum in the 56. Side by side, and how about Coots? Coots has been picking it up this year.
Yes, he has. That number 7 machine running strong here in the 3rd place spot, trying to get around the 4. The 4 washes wide. Tracy Childress right on that battle as well.
We're American stock racing, 3 laps into the Budweiser Nationals. The biggest racing event here, Bakersfield, is yet to know. Oh, there might have been some contact there between Coots
Battle
and
for the lead.
And as Tommy said, Taylor to the outside of Wonkum. Wonkum, of course, a regular here, contender for the championship in 2013. And then the number 4 machine, a car that I don't recognize.
That might be a car from...
The slowest contact I've ever seen in my life between Coots and Telema right now.
Taylor might, I believe I recognize Taylor from Porterville's Rocky Hill Speedway.
Could be. The name sounds familiar.
I believe that's the same car that literally deflated a tire in Victory Lane.
Tommy, we're watching these cars, and I'm just seeing these boat anchors sliding through the turns. Just sliding. It's almost like a slow motion turn for some of these cars. And we saw that during qualifying. Late models just finished up their qualifying session. A lot of mud being thrown, or I should say, a lot of clay being thrown up against these walls.
Yeah, watch as we go into turn number 1. They had to put some horizon onto this track, or else look at
them. These cars are just drifting through. Wonkum now with a bit of a lead here as the white flag's out. The 33 of Watts going to pull it off early.
Taylor ran it hard in the corner, but out of
Talima into Childress.
4, Wonkum wins.
You see Wonkum has a for sale sign on his car. So I guess he's trying to, be in the real estate market.
That's true.
And, yeah, Taylor second, Telema, I'm going to have trouble with that all night long, finishing 3rd. Tara Childress rounding out the field in the first race of the Budweiser Nationals. Getting ready for the 2nd heat race. American stocks here. Mello's Gas and Gear American stocks. Tommy?
Let's go through the starting line at the 52 of Perry Alderman to his outside. The champion, number 55, Matt Lewis. Inside row number 2, the 35, Johnny Wood. Outside of Johnny Wood, a winner out here this season, the 25, Cody Sly. First timer for Low Budget TV is that number 19X of Justin Quinn. To Justin Quinn's outside, the 57 machine. I like the paint. Kylie Wilson, and rounding out the field, the number 50, driven by a guy who's not on the sheet, but I believe it's Doug Allen. If memory serves me incorrectly or not. Green flag is out. Heat race number 2.
Very tight start there.
For the American stocks.
I'm watching the 52, Tommy. We know Perry Alderman's been picking it up this year.
He has. It's a drag race out of turn number 2. Who's it going to be leading lap number 1? They both hit the gas at the exact same time. Lewis turning left. The car's going straight. Who's it going to be out of 4? Lewis leading the lap. And yeah, the 50 machine spinning it out. Over in turn 4. He keeps it running. We're racing. Brian Troxel is a 50 machine. See, that's why I threw a little disclaimer out there. At least that's what it said on the roof.
I could have sworn I wrote down that name earlier, so he might have been listed for some reason under the... Uh-oh, Tommy, don't look now.
Oh, my favorite. I'm loving it when hood pins fail to work properly.
So you owe a big thank you to the 57 machine.
I do. Matt Lewis out front on this one, making some time over Alderman. Battle for third spot heating up. Johnny Wood in the 35 trying to get to third. Cody Slice slipping and sliding.
Now, Tommy, we really need to give Johnny Wood credit this year. You know, he's been picking up this American stock racing, but man, he came so close to a victory at one point when we had a 3-wide finish.
Yeah, he did, and look at him slipping and sliding down the front straightaway. Yeah, that was a fantastic race early on in this seat. Well, not really early on, towards the ladder.
I was going to say, it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, well, to us it felt like. But yeah, 3-wide finish with Lewis, Wood, and Childress. Brian Childress, that is.
Now, I believe we have 19, possibly 20 American stocks here. The number won't be official until we basically start the race, but their main event is tonight, October 11th, 2013. The way that this is structured is a lot of these divisions are going to be having one of two things. Either they're going to have heat races tonight, racing tomorrow, or they're going to have 2 sets of main events. Now, these guys are kind of like the Super Streets, although they race Friday, and the Super Streets race on Saturday.
So this is one and done day for American stocks. They race today, and that's it. As soon as the winner gets a checkered flag, see you in 2014 through turns number 3 and 4. Matt Lewis is going to collect the checkers, but we've got a battle for the 3rd spot. Wood to the inside of the 25 of Sly, and Sly's going to take it, but we still got a battle for 5th. 6th. Battle for last place, and it's going to be Troxel beating out the 57 of Kylie Wilson.
Getting ready for heat race number 3 of the American stock. 7 cars ready to go. One of them a late entry. On the front row, the number 59, that's Mike Hill Jr., and to his outside, the 13 machine of Tim Mawson. Row number 2 is the 14 of Rich Denman, and you know what they say about Denman.
He's crazy.
And outside of him, the number 1 of Scott Kaysen, who last year at the Nationals tried to take down one of the lights.
Green flag is out.
Actually, I should say he successfully took down one of the lights. The 23 machine in the field, Tim Martin, the 44, Brian Childress, and rounding out this field, I mentioned a late entry, that would be Darren McKenzie, who we haven't seen till right now.
Literally pulled out so late that he forgot to put the window net up, the officials having to stop him to do so.
Oh man, lots of contact in this one.
Battle for the lead.
This is a fantastic race. I'm watching McKenzie, who is pulling it off right now.
I think unprepared.
It's okay though. It all counts when it's the main event. 3 wide in the back between Martin, Kaysen, and Childress. And more contact.
Look at the battle up front.
Yeah, how about the 13 of Mawson holding the lead, the 14 of Denman. Pretty much all the regulars are behind these guys.
Yeah.
Denman we see racing a lot up at Santa Maria Speedway. And if he was in a cup car, any crew chief would freak out when he saw the front end of his grill. Ooh, Denman sideways. It always feels funny to say that at a dirt track. Denman, new leader, lap number 4. We're halfway through the seat. Still a great race for 3rd. Hill trying to hold off Martin. Childress looking to the outside, 3 wide again.
Brian Childress is slamming this track. Well, I should use a different word. Brian Childress is going wild and crazy out here.
Ooh, big contact between Kaysen and Hill.
He's been throwing that 44 car around on this track.
Yeah, but when hasn't he?
True.
Well, a very, very impressive run for your top 2. We know Denman's been fast, but I do not believe I've seen Mawson before.
I would agree.
So that 13 car really starting to show his stuff at this point. And what I love is that was one of the first cars we saw when we arrived here today. It was sitting on the street, and I noticed it has leopard print numbers. See if you can get a good zoom on those. Oh, yeah. There's a number I'd like to see in the bedroom.
It's lucky, too.
Yes, very. Big battle going on for third. Childress just lost third to Martin. But out of turn number 4, the 14 car, Rich Dinman. And you know what they say about Dinman.
He is on fire tonight. Heat race number 1 for the IMCA Modifieds. We go green. Chet Reeves, Chris McKellar.
Contact into turn number 1.
Yeah, there is. You can see some bodies furling up. Rough quarter panels.
Yeah, more contact.
Big contact down the back straightaway.
I think we're modified racing.
Larry Hood in the 2 car going up to second spot. The 10 machine that is driven by Eric Van Hoser. I believe that's how you pronounce it. The 2J Justin Schweitzer. The 03 Jim Pettit. The 02 machine Mark Davis. 15B Brad Pounds, your champion here at the Bakersfield Speedway. More contact down the front straightaway. The 15E who just showed up apparently. No name on any front for that 15E machine. We spoke to Chet Reeves. Look, we got 2 cars stuck in turn 3. And unstuck now. Yellow's out here on lap number 3. What a wild start to the modified.
Wow.
And I'll finish it off, the number 19J of Jay McClay.
Can I just say, now first off, the number 10 machine is pulling it off right now. That 10 car, very aggressive.
Bill Eagleson, all right.
Keep talking, I'm sorry, I had to listen to what the 15 is.
Yeah, you did. That's because that's Tommy mentioned the 15E. We get all of our information from the track staff. And funny enough, they were like, we don't know who this is. That is the kind of night it is here at Bud Nationals. There are so many cars in the pit area, over 150, and it's just been phenomenal. I wanted to point out, though, and Tommy, I'm sure you knew I was going to do this.
Yes.
The number 03 of Jim Pettit, a guy that we've watched for years and years on asphalt, didn't even know he had a history on dirt.
And that goes to show how much, how green we are for dirt track racing.
Yeah, so Jim Pettit actually, he is the SRL points leader.
We saw Jim win in Bakersfield at Kern County Raceway in the Spears SRL Southwest Tour.
And we just found out that this is where he grew up in racing.
That's right. So Jim Pettit the second, back out here in what he said 4 years.
Now,
At least.
I gotta say, did you see Jim Pettit start? You want to talk about aggressive?
Yeah.
Oh man, did he make a run to the front? He's pretty much, he told us in the pits, he's like, try not to beef me too up because, you know, I don't want anyone thinking too high of expectations.
And guess what I said afterwards? No worries, we will.
We will. Well,
Lights out. It'll be green as they cross the line.
a familiar face up front here, Bakersfield.
Yep.
leading.
Second place in points is where he ended up. And we talked to him in the pits, and we told him, I think today might be redemption. He's going to try to win the Bud Nationals and try to sweep them tonight and tomorrow.
See some smoke coming off the 02.
Pettit slipping up 3 wide. Well, they were. McKellar now your leader. Pettit and Hood battling it out for the second spot. Hood slides back. He thinks better of this battle here on lap 4 of the first heat race for the modifieds. Does a crossover on Pounds.
Oh, now he's mounting the charge.
But Pettit on that restart split the difference in between Hood and Pounds. Lap 5 on the board. It'll be 6 when be 2 laps ago.
Can you tell it's not a points night?
Yeah.
Jim Pettit.
He's trying on McKellar, looking to the inside. Battle for the lead here at Bakersfield Speedway's Bud Nationals, day number 1. White flag is out. Who's it going to be 1 lap from now? McKellar slides up. Here comes Pettit to the inside. Battle for the lead through turns number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, it'll be Chris McKellar taking the first modified heat
In the
race.
wall goes Pounds.
Pounds.
That was a hard hit. That looks like a lot of damage may have occurred to that right rear.
Look at this right rear when he comes by. His work is cut out for him. Man, oh man. He's got wheels pointing in the wrong direction. I thought. Maybe not.
No, it's wrong enough.
You know what, though? That was a big hit on that wall.
Look at the car.
Like you said, it's more than, it's not a points night. It's all about the bragging rights.
It did look like the suspension took a hit there.
Yep.
I mean, look at that. That right rear is, I don't think they're supposed to be kind of facing inward.
We shall see. Well, that was just the first heat race for the modifieds here tonight. Up next.
Thank you very much.
You too.
Getting ready for the second heat race. The first one was exciting enough. Check this number out. I think it's a really happy number in text form. X3 Sean Reed leading us away with the 11X of Ricky Childress Jr. And into turn one we go. Already seeing some contact. The 111 of Logan Drake kind of slipping up the track. That's going to allow Danny Lauer to get to his inside. Lauer's going to slip up, and now he's going to lose a couple of positions. Jason Nation in the number 83 going to pick up a few. 22X, driven by Jason Selvage. He's going to lose a spot to Nation.
No,
Nation up to third.
That's Chadwick in the 83. Nation drives Sport Mod. Yeah, it's Bud National. I know what you
I want
have.
people to see what I'm dealing with here.
I know.
My own handwriting.
Wait till turn number 4.
No, it's okay. Let's watch the race. Roger Holder sideways in his number 24.
Yeah. Danny Lauer to the outside of Hogue.
The 5 of Brett Bennett. And then rounding out this field, the number 12M of Larry Moody. Like Tommy mentioned, that is Chadwick in the 83 machine. I got so excited. Like you don't understand.
I was going to say, wow, what a step up for Jason Nation.
I'm just trying to make my own facts. Well, here comes Chadwick to the inside of Childress. On lap number 5, and they're both right on the rear bumper of Reed.
Knocking on the door.
Oh, we're going to have a tight battle here for the finish. 2 laps to go. Chadwick to the inside for the lead. Woohoo! Childress is there. He's sideways. Chadwick looking. It was Reed by a nose at the line, but who's it going to be this time? By Chadwick clears for the lead, and the white flag is out. Childress going to try to follow through, but it's going to be Chadwick in the 83. Reed second and Childress third. Drake Hogue, 22X of Selvage. Your top, whatever.
Another heat race for the modifieds. The 55 of Dalen Coffey. The 29, Scott Gatson. The 5 of Cody Laney. The 90, Fast Freddie Davis. The 21 machine that is driven by Justin Crockett. Your top 2 rows. The 11 of the straight up 11, Kyle Heckman. The 77, Kenny Kirkpatrick. The 7 machine of Nick DiCarlo. And rounding out the field, your pole sitter, the number 16 of Billy Griffin. Billy Griffin stumbles through the corners. DiCarlo, your early leader.
DiCarlo had issues during the hot lap session. It looked like something, perhaps a shock or spring issue on the left rear. That car was sagging. So he didn't really. Oh! Crockett!
Crockett threw it in and caused a big melee behind him. But we're racing here on lap 2. Out front, Nick DiCarlo.
So yeah, that 7 machine had very limited practice laps. The number 90 hitting the tractor tire.
Freddie Davis, he's just trying to rearrange the track a little bit, that's all. Yellow flag's going to be out.
He's probably in a really difficult spot to restart because his rear tires are at the beginning of the berm.
He just wants the track to be a little bit more wide. All right, so DiCarlo, your early leader here. Heckman in that 11 machine. In the second spot, we go green. Restart lap number 3. Cody Laney in that 5L machine. Your quick time qualifier in the late model race. He's looking strong in that, but he's won out here before in the modified. And Now goes to the second spot under Heckman. Heckman trying to do the crossover, not able to get the nose down there. Dalen Coffey.
He got it down there,
but it just didn't follow through. Dalen Coffey coming through from the rear. Now trying to get to the inside. He's there.
A bit of contact between Kirkpatrick and Crockett. 77. Looks like something's broken on that.
Right front shock. Look at it bouncing around. Oh, and it sends a huge mud clot into the billboards.
I see it dangling.
Yep, the upper mount broke. White flag out for Nick DiCarlo. He's getting pressure by Laney. Laney is there. Can he get a run through turns 3 and 4? He throws it in side by side. DiCarlo slips up. It'll be Cody Laney taking it.
Oh, and big issues for Heckman.
Heckman stalled.
He was running up there in the top 5.
Yeah, he was in 4th at the time, I believe.
I mean, there's not a time to stall. It's right now. Obviously, a lot of cars here tonight.
And luckily, everybody nearly avoiding.
But you know that means.
Got close.
You know what that means.
He's going to have a lot of work tonight.
A lot of work tonight. You can say that again. Look. Another modified heat race here. IMCA Modified's getting ready to go. 10 cars in this heat race. Starting in the back, going to the front. The number 07T, Randy Thornell. The 7 machine driven by Andy Morton. The 7B machine driven by Brian Burns. We have the 96A of Clay Daly. The 22C of Michael Johnson. The 51B Brian Clark. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
3 wide.
The 22, that orange machine driven by Robbie Whitwer. And hold on.
Heads up driving by Joey Antis, number 4.
That number 4 car. The 23 also kind of slipped back a little bit. That's Chris Crum. Whitwer now slipping up to 3rd, Johnson up to 2nd, and leading the way, the number 97, Jay Marks.
Marks won it the last time out that we were here.
For the 4th.
Of course, that was the night that we had tape issues.
Oh man, our camera just did not want Jay Marks to see himself win.
No, it was the tape that didn't want to even work.
Our tape did not want to see Jay Marks win. He's sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to go into the record books as the calmest race of the 2013 Budweiser Nationals.
As they started 3 wide.
Yeah. Ooh, Crump really had to hold on to it out of turn 4. Lost the spot to Clark, now slips back to 6th. And Daly looking to the inside of Whitwer. Contact in the back between Burns and Thornell.
I had a feeling about leaving that pack.
Doesn't look like it caused as much damage. It looked like a decent hit. As we're now on lap number 6. Battle for 3rd picking up. Daly to the inside of Robbie Whitwer in the number 22.
Johnson catching up.
You saw Whitwer in the 61 machine last year. Having a bit of success in that car as well.
Yeah, champion at Ventura Raceway in that 22 machine.
Man, it is getting busy further back in the pack, but out of turn number 4, Jay Marks is gonna win it. Just over the 22C Michael Johnson. Clay Daly captures the 3rd spot. Going to be a busy night for the Modifieds.
It's the first heat race for the late models here at the Bakersfield Speedway's Budweiser Nationals on the 3rd mile, high-banked, West Coast fastest Clay Oval. And let's go through the starting lineup. The number 1, the Superman, Colin Weinbarger. In front of Colin is the number 2 machine, who had an interesting qualifying session, not able to get the car onto the track, Trevor Glasser. The 3 machine to the inside, Jimbo Clark. Up ahead, the top 2 rows, the number 10 and Rob Sanders, the 91T Tony Toast. Jeremy Shank is on the outside front row in his number 30, and the pole sitter, the number 77 of Bill Bartell.
Tony Toast in that 91T, a car we very often see run very well. He actually struggled in qualifying.
Last time we saw Tony Toast, he took the checkered flags at Santa Maria Speedway as the number 3 of Jimbo Clark. Spins it out in turn number 3 and 4. We go caution here on lap number 1.
Green flag back here, lap number 1 restart. It is a 1 spin rule tonight, which means Jimbo will return for the B mains. Oh boy.
Shank out front. Jeremy Shank from Oregon in that 30 machine out front. Battle for the second spot. Bill Bartell.
I've been seeing a lot of aggressive racing out here on the Bakersfield Speedway tonight. But it makes sense. It's the Nationals. Again, like we say, these guys are traveling, most of them, or a lot of them, from out of town.
And it's Friday. It's payday. You can afford to fix it.
Yeah.
Set third spot, Tony Toast. Often mispronounced, and I know he's going to beat me up for saying this, Tosca.
Well, at least you pointed out that's a mispronunciation.
Exactly.
Good battle for second.
The Sandman, Rob Sanders in the 10N, battling it out for third now. It's really a big battle for second, because depending on which time they go into the corner, it's a battle for second or a battle for third. They might make it even 3-wide. But Jeremy Shank in his number 30 machine is loving everything he sees in his rearview mirror. Wild Bill slipping back to fourth now.
All I know is the last time I saw that 30 of Shank, that car was on rails.
And it's doing so tonight. Heat race. Leader, the white flag is out. Great looking car too. I mean, that thing, you can spot the number, you can see that red a mile away. Out of turn number 4, he's gonna win the first late model heat race of the evening.
Toss me second.
Hey, that's not how you do it.
You confused me.
Okay.
Heat race number 2 for the late models. Green flag is in the air. The 5W, Larry Wise leads us into turn number 1. Dino Napierre in second. The number 14 machine. No, they didn't like that start because we didn't do the starting lineup, Tommy. I warned you about this. I've been telling you about this the whole drive up. And I keep thinking I'm going to knock something into the stands. The 14M machine. I'm going to go on a limb and say that's Dean Moore. And then on his outside, the number 2H, Bobby Hogg. The 17 machine, Larry Childress. The 22, and this is going to be our favorite name of the night, Tommy. You know why?
Because it's Guglielmoni.
Wow, you're good at that. That's actually really impressive to me. 96 Carl Laney rounding out this field.
So far, I think it's Guglielmoni, but we'll find out.
Well, yeah, I can blame you.
When he buys the DVD, and he goes, no, well, I'm returning this, then we know.
Good point.
But who doesn't return their DVDs? They just rent them.
Really, we're like a Blockbuster.
That's right.
And you see how good they're doing in business right now.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're low budget. So getting ready for a restart with Larry Wise.
Oh, stack up. Larry Wise's car completely dead in the waters.
Uh-oh. So I believe that's going to... We'll see here. Are they going to get the green? No, they're not.
No green.
Well, so Larry Wise just went from having a decent start to the Bud Nationals to a very bad one. Tow truck on its way to service, and we're going to try once again. Now it's the 14M of Dean Morgan ready to lead us away. Green flag in the air. And contact. Big surprise here on the Budweiser Nationals. We're finally going to be able to complete a lap in this heat race. Yes, we do. So Larry Wise right now, the report was no fuel pressure to that 5W machine. He sits on the infield. Hopefully they'll be able to get that settled and fixed up before tonight. A lot of late models in the pit area.
Oh, big time. A lot of heavy competition out here. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. And the weather is absolutely perfect.
Oh my gosh, we're here. It's t-shirt weather.
Poke to the inside of Malcolm. Battle for second spot. What are you doing?
Well, I think that the microphone got mad when you called the 5X Malcolm.
Oh, because it's Napier.
Yes, it is, sir.
Or Napier, I'm sorry. See, I was thinking of the teammate.
Hey, we've been doing this all night long, giving drivers different names. I mean, Tony Stewart leading right now with a broken leg. I'm very impressed.
It's silly season.
Dean Moore, your leader, lap 6, 2 laps to go. Battle's been for second. Hope trying to close into Napier. And white flag in the air. Childress is 4th. And then there's a battle for 5th between Laney and Guglielmone.
Battle for second.
At turn number 4, Dean Moore going to capture the win, and Napier going to take away the second spot. Guglielmone did pass Carlo Laney and will hold on to the spot here on the 8th lap of the second heat.
Here we go. Heat race number 3 for the late models. Jason Papich starts on the pole to his outside. Is the number 2 of Trevor Glass. Didn't he race in this one, a heat race already? Oh well, it doesn't matter. He's in this one, and contact between the 13 machine, driven by Tony Breakall, and the 00M of Toby McIntyre. Well, let's go through the field. Oh, Toby's car.
Now, the car you're talking about, Tommy, I believe was a modified.
No, it's not. All right, now let's finish off. We lost the last row because they were one and done. They brought out the caution. They're done for the evening.
Yes.
So the last row has the 5K, driven by Mike Kirby. And next to Mike Kirby is the number 24 machine, driven by Rick Wyatt. And back on track is the 13 machine. So we did not lose the entire back row. Tony Breakall back on track. Lights out. Flagman at the ready. We're green. Restart lap. Full restart.
That's got to be one of the best race car driver names ever. Breakall.
Breakall, yeah. Very good point.
Woo, doggy.
Glasser out front. Battle for second spot. Mike Kirby. Jason Papich in the 3rd spot, and Rick Wyatt, the 24 machine. Rick had a not so good qualifying session. So that's why, and he looked, oh, that car really moved in turn number 4. But it looks like he's getting that car dialed in. So Rick Wyatt back on track in the 24. Out front, Glasser. And he's making time over Mike Kirby. Papich now to the inside of Kirby. Battle for second spot here on lap 4. And Kirby,
gather it up. Looks like he has an issue.
Is it a flat left rear?
Yes, it is.
It looked like it was acting as if it had a flat.
Oh, we talked about the importance of not having
He's
an
creeping
issue.
and crawling. And he's going to make it off track.
I mean, these heat races, Tommy, they're not something that you can kind of just take easy. I mean, these guys have to go for it. His luck is that a car had already fallen out of a heat.
Very true. Battle for 3rd spot. White flag out for Glasser. Breakall and Wyatt. But through turns number 3 and 4, Trevor Glasser in the 2 machine wins the 3rd late model heat race. Papich second. Battle for 3rd. It'll be Wyatt or Breakall, and it's going to be Wyatt beating Breakall.
Getting ready for the final heat race for the late models. And Devin Crockett in the 21X had just pulled onto the racetrack, pulled it off. Apparently mechanical issues for that car. Starting us off in this one, the 18 of Cody Barnett, and the 14 of Anthony Pombo.
No green on that one.
Well, also on this field, the number 12 machine of Ron Bartels, the 75 Tommy Malcolm, and a 21 machine who, guess what?
We don't have a name for it.
Because we're high budget TV.
But we did have the 21X that is not on the track. Yeah, we had to wait a while for that 21X machine.
Yeah, well, we're getting ready to restart here, so I'm going to just basically stay with you on this night. Tommy mentioned that the weather's nice. I mean, you look around, a lot of people, you know, jeans, t-shirts.
Yep.
I mean, this is a beautiful night. We know last year it was a lot colder out here. We had a storm blow through, and it was a cold one earlier in the week, and I think it kind of stabilized everything. It was kind of a weird weather effect we had here, but it worked out to our favor out here in the Bakersfield, Oildale, California area. So getting ready. Green flag in the air. Barnett, Pombo, Bartels. Pombo slips up. That's going to allow Malcolm to take the third spot. I could swear I've seen this 21 car before. I just couldn't tell you where. It's going to be one of those names that we know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Tommy, we're going to be disappointed in ourselves.
Michael Waltrip.
Sitco.
Morgan Shepherd.
Tommy Malcolm taking the second position.
Malcolm seems to be closing in on Barnett.
He was there, but he had to kind of slip up, check up in turns 3 and 4. So right now it's Barnett, Malcolm, Bartels, Pombo, and Bane. No, not the Batman Bane.
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying.
Trevor Bane. Here comes the 21 to the inside of Pombo. Best battle on track. The one is for fourth. A lot of late models here tonight.
Pombo, a driver we usually see in the super stocks, the one-end machine.
Oh, the 21 around over in turns 3 and 4. Keeps it going. Oh, but looks like may have stalled it there. White flag in the air. The number 18 machine, Cody Barnett, starting off his Budweiser National just right. Claiming victory. Last heat race for the late models.
Heat race number 1 for the IMCA Northern Sport Mods here at the Bakersfield Speedway. On the pole, the number 9J, Jordan Hager. To the outside, the 117, Tim Paddock. Inside row number 2, that is a 75. Wait a minute. Where's their sheet? The 75 machine of
He was on the sheet.
Jim D. Giovanni. I'm sorry about that. Jared Schweitzer. We go green. Bruce Johnson and Tyler Johnson rounding out your field. I was on that sheet. And Giovanni goes into the second spot. Tim Paddock slides all the way back to last.
Not yet.
Jordan Hager, your first lap leader. Bruce Johnson, he got a stern warning during hot laps today because the caution came out and he was still flying. Hager slips up high. Di Giovanni.
Uh-oh, Bruce Johnson with issues.
Yeah. So he's going to be pulling it off.
The 75X machine is not a car that
This is the first time we've ever seen it, yeah. Schweitzer now to the inside. We got some crazy racing in the back for fourth. Tim Paddock and Tyler Johnson. But the battle right now is for the second spot. And Di Giovanni gets a run because Jordan Hager slips up out of turn number 2. Battle for the lead through turn 3 and 4. Hager again slipping and sliding. Di Giovanni takes the lead.
And Schweitzer also going to take advantage of that little move. Hager going to battle back to the...
Oh my goodness. Well, he was connecting the dots. He just moved the dots. That was impressive. Jordan Hager said, you know what? These tires aren't going to stop me. I love how far he pushed that tire.
At Low Budget TV, we appreciate the simple things in life.
White flag for Di Giovanni.
Oh.
Battle for the lead. Schweitzer finishing second in points here for the Sport Mods at the Bakersfield Speedway. Who's it going to be through turn 3 and 4? Di Giovanni takes the win, and Schweitzer moving the tires as well. I want to see an encore from Jordan Hager.
Oh man, so would you say the driver of the day so far?
Yes. Moment of the night.
Getting ready for the first heat race of the Sport Mods. Jason Nation, I can say it this time because it is actually him in the 83 Sport Modified. Starting on the pole, the number 20 machine of Ray Crum to his outside. Row number 2 gives
21.
What did I just say? 20.
That one was very lonely. Daryl Hood in the 2. Wayne Dotson in the 7.
You're going to do my job now?
No, I'm leaving you the last row. I'm leaving you the last row. Because we saw the number in the gas station earlier.
The H3M.
That's right.
Jeff Miller, and rounding out the field, the 84, Kyle Griffith. Griffith was the last time we were out here. Picked up his first win in the Sport Mods.
Very true.
3 wide in the back. Wayne Dotson slipping up just a little bit. Jason Nation leading the way. The 21 car of Ray Crum and slipped back a little bit through the pack, now battling Jeff Miller for the 5th spot. Wayne Dotson under fire from Griffith as well. That's for 3rd. Hood is cleared for 2nd, but Jason Nation has the biggest gap of anybody, and it's for the lead.
Oh, he slips up.
Well, he had the biggest gap of anybody, and now we're pretty much a very extended version of the starting lineup. Look at this, Daryl Hood to the inside. Lap number 4, halfway through this heat race. Can Nation hold off the veteran? The ringleader.
There you go.
Oh, Nation, that car just dug right into that turn. You saw Hood was able to capitalize. Wayne Dotson now starting to close in on this battle.
Wayne won the last race out here at Bakersfield Speedway, the last season. Last race of the season. Ray Crum having issues in turn 3 and 4, keeps it running.
White flag is in the air. Hood's looking very good. That car is just like smooth as glass.
Yeah, you can see him working that wheel, which really means not a lot of work. Okay, maybe not.
Out of turn number 4, Daryl Hood, your winner. Nation and Dotson.
Second Sport Mod heat race, Matt Mayo in the 44M, the 12. Driven by James Cecil, who we haven't seen out here in a while. The 28P, your champion of 2013, John Piker. Nick Spainhoward in the 40. Rounding out the field, Tina McGowan, who had issues in hot laps. And the 5 machine of Jeremy Hoff. And Mayo around and in front of the entire field.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and say something right now. Nick Spainhoward in the number 40 machine has probably had the worst luck at Bakersfield, as he's going to display right now.
And why hasn't he been here for a very long time?
Because they keep tearing stuff up. And specifically here, Tommy, you're filling up my leg with your microphone.
Hey.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
All right.
But
You've never
there's
complained
two.
before.
You know, we talk about guys who have had tough luck. James Cecil, man.
He's been trying to get a solid foundation in the sport mods, but not able to get it done.
It ends like this way too often. So, a couple cars pulling in the pits. Matt Mayo, one of them.
Piker flew.
He did.
That back end once again flew.
I think he's getting used to that out
The
here.
last time out here, flying the rear end again.
Well, let's see how bad the damage is on Cecil. Oh wow, look at that. Piker don't even have a door.
Great times are waiting.
And Cecil being towed off, and it looks like substantial left front damage.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Now, Matt Mayo went around, looped it by himself, so I imagine he was the one and done in that scenario.
He was. They told him to get out.
Yeah, full restart. So this actually sets up Tina McGowan up pretty good. Her car sounded a little rough during the practice session, but hey, it's running, right?
It is.
The other thing I was going to say is I know that there's probably going to be some tough feelings in the pit area, and I had to bring this up. It's low budget TV. We have to bring it up.
Yep. Matt Mayo has not been on a hot streak lately.
No, he is not. And he's gotten a couple feathers ruffled for not having that hot streak. And I know one of them was John Piker, who ended up winning the championship.
That's true.
So I'm wondering what John's thinking right now.
Well, let's put it in perspective. John is still on the track and Matt is not. So I imagine that helps.
I don't know.
Good point. All right, well, the field is set and ready. Lights are out here on lap number 1 restart. And now your new pole sitter is the 5 of Jeremy Hoff, who we have not seen this car before. Not at Santa Maria, not at the Bakersfield Speedway.
I see what you're saying.
And we go green. It is fun about these nationals events to see new faces, new cars, and everything else.
It also makes you wonder where they came from.
And Hoff goes back to 4th. Oh, look at Piker taking advantage of Spain Howard's slip up. Piker.
I don't think he lifted.
That car, look how much it's leaning over. I think it's got more damage than we know. But McGowan, your leader, Tina McGowan, that 32 machine.
Wow. That car's gonna roll over. He put in the David Childress setup.
He did. Or maybe Mayo helped. The accident there. In turn number 3. I'm sorry, I'm pulling your leg. And that's not a joke either.
This microphone cable is just working its way up right now. Here at Low Budget TV, we bring you the important information. Oh, McGowan slips up.
Here comes Piker to the inside. 2 great battles on track, 1st and 3rd.
I can't help but watch Piker.
Yeah, he is stealing the show. Look at that. I mean, you can put a Dodger dog vertical under that left rear or for left front and the track, and it'll be not one drop of mustard will hit the ground.
It's a good thing. Spain Howard, despite the early contact, now sitting in the 3rd spot. McGowan holding them off, but Piker's there.
She slips up every time. Well, not every time, but the past 2 times into turn 3. Her turn 1 looks fine. Battle for the lead here on lap number 6. 2 laps to go. It'll be white flag when they cross the line. This is a good race. Hey, you got to give it up to Piker for not giving up when his car is that tore up. Same with Spain Howard. He moved his way into this battle. White flag is out. Can McGowan hold off Piker? Piker sends it in through turns number 3 and 4. It'll be Tina McGowan.
Spain Howard tried.
He did.
He tried on the outside of Piker. He's going to stay in the 3rd position. Man-oh-man. Getting ready for, I believe, the final heat race of the Sport Modifieds here tonight. The last one, we tore up a couple cars. We'll see how this one goes. Starting on the front row, the number 5K of Brenda Kirby. To the outside, the number 45 of Dangerous David Childress. The 74X is Ethan Dotson. C9, actually that's 74D. That's important. The C9, Chad Reichenbach. The 51 of Cruz Griffith, and rounding out the field, the 33 another late to show up to the track, Cale Kankey.
Cruz Griffith back in the 51 machine after a broken body part. I can't remember if it was leg or an arm. I know he broke it and he's back on track. Jeremiah Van Scoy has been filling in for him.
I think it was a broken body. I was going to say quarter panel as a joke.
Yeah.
I was going to say body part. Oh, man. Hey, don't worry, folks. It's only 2 days of this.
Exactly.
Well, a huge battle going on for third. Ethan Dotson, Brenda Kirby, Cruz Griffith, and Cale Kankey.
All while David Childress is having a big lead over Reichenbach.
Yeah, Reichenbach also having a good run, but Ethan Dotson cleared this pack. He's pulling away. It's funny, Brenda Kirby, you talk to her family in the pits, and they're like, don't tell anyone that, she's a girl. We're trying to keep that secret.
I don't think the first name helps.
No. They should call him like Brian Kirby. Ooh, dangerous David Childress has a dangerous David setup on it.
Yeah, look at that thing.
It doesn't look as bad as Piker's did.
Nope. Actually, yeah, he's got it beat for the first time.
Yeah.
In the past few months.
Yeah, now, Childress, that car did not want to turn out of turn 4 last time by. Battle for third. Ethan Dotson, Cruz Griffith, contact! See, when you're racing for points throughout the season, you give and take. When you're racing for the Nationals, you just take it. You just take it. Well, David Childress starting off the weekend in a good way. Out of turn number 4. Yeehaw, that's what I was talking about.
I thought he was going to roll over right there.
That'd be one way to finish the heat race.
Yeah.
Childress, your winner. Reichenbach and Griffith, your top 3. Getting ready for the first hobby stock heat race of Budweiser Nationals.
Chad Johnson starts on the point to his outside. Kyle Fives, number 50 machine.
And the 41, Tim Delsid, and the number 10 of Ernie.
Dirty Ernie Mendez. Sorry, we had to get the sheet. The 87 machine, driven by Kenny Christensen. What was I even thinking? And then the rest of the field is from Santa Maria Speedway after Tim Delson. The 13C machine that is driven by Jake Jones. The 14D, Rich Denman. The 3D, well, I don't know if that's exactly a Santa Maria car. The 3D is Ryan Smith. And rounding out the field, the 00 of Matt Dockstader.
That number 10 machine of Mendez has the right flames.
You mean Ernie?
The quarter panels are on fire.
You mean to say Ernie Mendez? Okay, now we're good. Yeah, that car is hot here tonight. But the battle is for 4th. Rich Denman, the 14D machine. Oh, Dockstader spinning it out. And Jake Jones, 13C, battle for 3rd, 4th. And Ernie, Delson, and Smith all battling it out.
It's been a very calm hobby stock race so far.
Yes, it has. But it's because this is one of 2 days of racing for them, that's why. They have to survive all Friday to get into Saturday.
See, I don't see it that way.
What do you see?
I see it as they have a whole day to fix it.
Good point. But good point. You know what? I have no argument. I was going to argue back, but I'd have no argument.
Wow, look at this great heat race back
Tim
here.
Delson Jr., Smith, and Mendez. Meanwhile, Chad Johnson,
Contact.
your champion, proving why he's champion, leading the first heat race in through turns number 3 and 4, winning the first heat race of the Bud Nationals here Friday night. October 11th.
I figured out what's going on with Ernie's car.
What's that?
Wheel hop.
Oh, well, yeah. And there it is. And he saved it from hitting the tractor tire. And now Doc Stater does not finish last.
Yeah, the 00 machine making a last-ditch effort.
He passed. It took him all race, but he got him. Hey, when you said wheel hop, he wanted to prove the point.
Well, he was just making sure that we saw it.
That's right.
Getting ready for another 10-car heat race with the Hobby Stocks. H&S Body Works Hobby Stocks starting on the front row. The number 6X of Robert Lawler, who's been doing some racing out at Speedway Willow Springs in the last year. And then on his outside, the number 33 of Robert Swearingen.
Welcome back.
Number 70, that's Johnny McKinley. And to his outside is the 77B of Mike Boley. 79C, Cody Chambers. 87, Lloyd Ridd Jr. Exciting start here.
Someone's car not sounding good at all.
That might have been Boley's. He didn't get up to speed like everyone else did. Also on this field, the 18 making a big move to the inside. That is Bobby Cervantes, racer from Santa Maria Speedway, and here we go. And there we went. Devin Jones driving the 01 machine had to hold on to it there. The 16X swinging it into turn number 1, that's Danny Quinn, and rounding out the field, the number 13 of Don Oatley. So yeah, Tommy Boley's machine under power, contact with Jones, and he's going to have no idea why his car's handling. Oh, big contact, ripping off the front end of Devin Jones's car, slamming into Don Oatley in the number 13.
Jones in the red 01 machine.
We're up. Getting ready for the restart. Lap number 2 is Swearingen, Cervantes, and McKinley. And Devin Jones returning to the racetrack. However, only on the wall.
I missed that
Climbing up the wall.
I missed that one, but...
Oh my goodness. Now, I'm a little surprised here. I believe the black flag is going to come out. Man, that L's important. I believe the flag is...
That had to have been the best follow-up ever.
Cervantes to the inside of Swearingen. Now, where I find it interesting is nobody was actually back for that last wreck.
I think I'm laughing harder at Mike Boley's car at the choo-choo train.
Wow, you know, I got to give it to Cervantes. Oh boy, here we go again out of turn number 4. Watch this contact. Now, I have a feeling if Devin Jones is going to get back to the bumper of the car that helped him turn around.
The airplane is flying by.
Here comes Devin to the rear bumper of the number 6. He's right there. There is contact. Hobby Stocks, ladies and gentlemen. The 6 car is going to start losing body parts. I don't think Devin Jones is done. Watch this. 6 is going to push him up against the wall, and these guys are going to take it all the way home. They're single file up front. We're watching where the action is right now. And Don Oatley, he was part of that mix too. Looks like they settled it. I think the 6 car was like, you know what, I'm going to save this for another day. Out of turn number 4, Robert Swearingen going to win this amazing heat race. Oh man, what a race it was.
That was just the second heat race of the Hobby Stocks. Heat race number 3 for the Hobby Stocks. We go green, Wonkum. Is your pole sitter in this one, the 04, driven by Austin Manzella, the 12, James Cecil, the 32, Tina McGowan, Johnny Bedingfield in the 7, the shoe Jimmy Irwin in the 2, Taylor Janes in the 3 machine, the 12M driven by Brent Hosfeld, and that's the 12H. So my eyes need adjusting. And the 18 machine, who I think we do need a name for. But it's a good looking car. I like the paint job.
Yeah,
and the numbers.
A lot of detail in that red.
That's right.
Cecil to the inside.
He did a crossover move out of turn number 4 to get him there. And still not clear to make the pass. official. Oh, Hosfeld throwing it in the corner. I was convinced we're figure eight racing. Battle for the lead. Dump. So it's all over the side of it. I don't know what that means, but it's working.
Man, look at Cecil to the inside of Wonkum. Wonkum holding on the outside. Good, clean racing between these two drivers.
Battle for the lead for the past 2 laps consecutively now.
Gowan trying to close in on both of them. Ooh.
She won the sport mod heat race.
Oswald just body slammed James. Irwin had to check up for Manzella, and now we're 3 wide through turn 3 and 4, and I think the 7 car just slammed the wall.
I think Bakersfield did hit the wall. Now Cecil makes the pass official, but now McGowan comes to the inside.
Wow,
oh yeah, he did.
Car looks fine.
Oh, Hosfeld into the wall in turn 2. That car just smoked up and then did not turn.
Wow, so
right underneath the Johassi rebar billboard.
So that the back straightaway wall taking 2 prisoners in a very short amount of time. Lap number 5, restart.
Restart lap number 5, 3 laps remaining. We go green. Cecil out front, Wonkum, McGowan. Your top 3, here comes the 04 of Manzella. That was a funny way of saying it.
That's the best way to say it. We did figure out the 18 driven by Collier, Kevin Collier.
Kevin Collier, the number 18 machine. And McGowan and Wonkum, if they did make contact, I wouldn't be surprised. White flag is out for Cecil. Oh, Collier going way wide, and James having to back out of it, or else that would have been big trouble. Battle for second spot. McGowan to the inside of Wonkum. Though, your top 3, here comes the 04 of Manzella. That was a funny way of saying it.
That's the best way to say it. We did figure out the 18 driven by Collier, Kevin Collier.
Kevin Collier, the number 18 machine. And McGowan and Wonkum, if they did make contact, I wouldn't be surprised. White flag is out for Cecil. Oh, Collier going way wide, and James having to back out of it, or else that would have been big trouble. Battle for second spot. McGowan to the inside of Wonkum. Though, the 12, your winner of James Cecil.
I believe we are about to get the last heat race of Budweiser Nationals Friday edition underway with the H&S Body Works Hobby Stock starting on the pole, the number 33. You might think that's Swearingen, but it's not. You know why? Because Dakota Brown on the outside, the 14, Justin Dunn, green flag in the air, row number 2, 26, Stephen Johnson, and the 33T of Pete Lethko, 37, Aaron Stewart in the field, and oh boy, we're getting exciting, 62, Tate Loftus, sliding it in there and gonna make the pass on 2 cars.
That worked. Contact down into turn 1.
Yeah, there was. We like keeping people updated, give you information of what we saw earlier in the day. One thing we saw was Joe Humphrey in that number 5 machine appeared to have some major mechanical issues. Looks like they got it squared away though, Tommy.
Yeah, they did. The right front was sitting on the ground, as in the suspension just collapsed. Don't know what the case was there, but they got it fixed.
Also in this field, the number T73, Richard Green, and the number 3, K, I believe, of Jerry Keaton. Ooh, contact up here.
Almost contact. Justin Dunn drove it away from that crash. I love
he was done with it.
I love the paint job on that T73.
Oh yeah, that thing's all paint.
That's right. That's a Rust-Oleum special paint job. But hey, paint is paint, number is the number. However you get it on there. There's some people even cheaper than that just use duct tape.
It's true. It's very true.
Dakota Brown, your leader. Last time we saw Dakota Brown in American stock racing. Stephen Johnson in the second spot. He's one to look out for here at the Bakersfield Speedway.
Good battle in the back. Green trying to get around Humphrey. He is able to complete the pass, but now Humphrey back to the inside. A lot of hobby stocks in the pit area tonight. A lot. Who knows, we might have more before this weekend's over. White flag in the air for Dakota Brown. Driving the Swearingen Special.
33X Michelin.
And out of turn number 4, Dakota Brown gonna win the heat race. Stephen Johnson holding up a hard-charging Loftus in the 62. Dunn and Stewart round out the top 5. And let's go racing, boys.
B main action coming up next.